Well, guys, welcome back to Edgeworth Investigations. We have a crowd of people in here, let me tell you. One of them's dead, so that doesn't help anything. Anyway, I had to plug in my 3DS. Man, why does Franziska look so angry and happy on the bottom screen? I can't resist. Okay, I guess we're starting here. Alright. I've only just arrived in this room myself, which is why we need to investigate some more. Yes, I agree. We are taking dumps as well. Don't grab my shoulder! She's grabbing my shoulder! I don't even have to Photoshop this. Or MS Paint it, which is what I've really been doing. Alright, we do need to understand what the situation is. In that case, hurry up and start the investigation already. I will, so let's get started. Wow. What a bunch of political breastfeeding that turned out to be. Oh, so that's her new pose now that we've done that. So, mask, demask. I see that yet another weirdo has popped up in my absence. Yes, and as I understand it, he was a brilliant thief to whom the world was his oyster. He stole extremely valuable objects, one after another for a while. Detective Gumshoe was in charge of the case, and not once did he catch Demask. I had already researched all that, you know? Last year, when Demask gave himself up and was finally arrested, he was apparently represented by that man. Knowing him, I'm almost curious as to how insane that trial turned out to be. Oh, trust me. But why would anyone want to kill Demask? I should really find out some more about the victim. Oh, we'll get around to that now about the Steel Samurai. Jeez. At least the Nickel Samurai is not in this too. Anyway, what exactly is that hideous fashion faux pas of a costume he's wearing supposed to be? I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. Oh, well. Something different about it. Well, he's skinnier. The costume is from the very first Steel Samurai. It's a live-action superhero show on television. Beloved by children and adults. I thought he was going to be smiling as he said that, but thankfully he's not. Steel Samurai's weapon of choice is the Samurai Spear. And it is with the Samurai Spear that he performs his special attacks. Like the Spear Attack, in which he swings his spear. You seem to know quite a bit. Thank you. Not at all, and in any case, Franzi. I believe the samurai you are familiar with is the second one. The Nickel Samurai, which is part of that case last year. Do you recall that case? Oh god, yes I remember. I lost. Don't remind me. Yeah. Not that I blame her, she was shot during the course. Oh, that's right. I fear she may still be suffering great trauma over the shooting. Anyway, that aside, it looks like the Steel Samurai is the suspect this time. What else is new? Yes, although that's because of who is inside the costume rather than the character. Oh, that's right, if he is the Steel Samurai. Miles Edgeworth. Have you been in shock over something this whole time? No, I'm not in shock over anything. Carry on. Oh, no. Oh my god. Why did he waste so much time on the most useless parts of the autograph? It's like my autographs. I'd be sitting there drawing Yoshi or toilets or whatever. I didn't say anything. You can go back over there, Portal, whatever you are. Oh man. Okay, so now we get to run around, huh? Yeah, we get to run nice and fast. Jeez, where do I even start here? Who is this? Oh my god, who is this? Neo? Or is that guy from Heavy Rain? No matter how hard you try, you'll never be a necessity in our Shifu's investigation. Shut up! Is that a fact? But no matter how good he is bound to overlook something. If you insult our Shifu, then prepare to be punished. Well, how exactly would you punish us? Every investigator under Shifu's command will work to disrupt your investigation. Vindictive much? I tell you, boy. You did some investigating over in the Babalese embassy too, right? I did. Is there a problem with that? Lang Zi says a wolf who aims to hunt for two rabbits at once. I believe the idiom you require is, he who runs after two hares will catch neither. Huh, a real wolf can catch both. I see. So what you're trying to say, seeing as how I'm currently handling two cases. Suit yourself. Don't say I didn't warn you. I don't know where that voice came from for him. But I had so much fun doing it like that I kind of just stuck with it. Anyway. So this is the victim. I slid in on top of him. What is with this gaudy outfit? You don't know about Mask Demask? A few months ago, this thief caused a lot of havoc on the populace. So this thief is separate from the Yatagarasu. I thought they were for a while, because their MO and targets were different. However, after speaking to my lollipop on the matter, Demask likes high-value trinkets and jewels, and being gaudy is his signature. He also likes getting his crotch examined, but we're not supposed to know that. You haven't changed a bit, I see. In any case, let's get started here, shall we? Alright, well, there's a lot to look at here, starting with the sword. The sword. So this is the murder weapon in this case. There's blood on the blade. Blaze blue. It's a rather sweeping sword, though, isn't it? What'd you expect? It's Steel Samurai Daddy's secondary weapon. Steel Samurai Daddy. I only call it his secondary because, although he uses his sword in almost most of his battles, it's his spear that he turns to in a real fight. Yes, you do, Edgeworth. I'm starting to worry about you a little bit here. Oh, it's only because yeah, okay, yeah. Then it's Kay's fault. We're gonna have to talk to Larry. Well, big surprise there. I mean, I tell ya. Okay, Mask? I thought the Demask had quit the business. This guy, he's just a copycat using the name. A phonic successor. Just like the other guy was. He's just another petty thief. He better not steal my corn dog. Kashi no. Huh. He's 29, lives with his parents, and wanted on larceny charges. From his clothes and what he was carrying, we determined that this guy is the real Demask too. Cause of death appears to be the loss of blood from the back of his head. It seems that he was struck with something very hard. Well, that's nothing new. Then again, there's only so many ways you can kill somebody, I suppose. Thought that Demask could quit the business. This guy, he's just a copycat. Oh, blah blah blah. Okay. Thought maybe the blood counted as something different, but I guess not. Anyway, we could try the hat though, I suppose. Something in his hand, too. There's not a single shred of fashion sense in Demask's costume. Well, at least he uses complementing colors, unlike this room. You two don't know? You could buy this costume almost anywhere now. It's being sold? Since when? Since around New Year's. The streets are practically flooded with them. Turns out, Demask is a lot more popular than I thought he'd be. I can't believe that foolish fool would dress in fool's clothing, act foolishly. Well, gets your point about 3 foolish's back, Franziska. Well, that's okay. She hasn't done it that much. She's entitled to 1 or 2 sentences, I reckon. What's he holding? It looks like a piece of paper from a notepad. I think he was playing paper football? Either that or he was eating Doritos. It would appear the directions on how to reach this room were written by hand. Huh? There's something written on the back as well. I'd like you to steal the Primadux statue in this room. What's that supposed to mean? Who writes a note to themselves like that? If I had to guess from the text, I would say that this is actually a request from someone about what to steal. So who is the person that requested the theft of the Primadux statue? Could it be the Yatagarasu? Let's find out. Actually, we probably won't know for a while. So for old time's sake, examining the crotch, there is not a single shred of ball hair in Demask's costume. Well, at least I can appreciate the tightness of his pants. Anyway, it's also being sold, yeah. Alright, well. Doesn't look like there's really anything else. I suppose the other hand is empty, so I don't know. Okay, yeah. Unless they want us to examine, like, the the little chest piece again, because I know we had to do that last time and I missed that. For like a long time, I kind of like ignored it. Okay, anyway, well, it takes care of that. Alright then. Let's go. Oh, we need to talk to Larry, man. Let's look at the swords first. There are some weapons on display on the wall. A crossbow, and under that, a set of knives bearing a flower motif. So are we to assume that one of these is actually the Bob Elise knife? I see that, I'll tell you. Well, there's a statue right there. I can spot absolutely no difference between this Primaduck statue and Babal's. Taban! The statue's face looks a bit like that costumed hero you like so very much. I only wonder why you Americans have such an affinity for this kind of face. The statue wasn't made by an American, you know. At least I don't suppose so. Well, I don't know. We have a deduce here, too. Why is there a weapon on display in a place like this? I wonder why there are no whips on display here. Because... Is this the spear? Okay, alright. Isn't it awesome? I totally fell for this thing. It's sleek and shiny, just like my heart. Comes at you like whoosh! When you hold it, you just want to live life like BAM! Yeah, I see, that's exactly on touching your knuckles now. Though it's just as Larry says, the spear is quite the symbol of valor. However, speaking of spears, aren't you supposed to be listening to Brittany right now? Yeah, it seems like it would be a little slow, a little clunky. Not unlike yourself, Larry. Oh, dude. No, that's okay. I didn't want one of those. I'm not a person like you are. I'm a lawyer. L-I-A-R. Alright. Can we examine the plantalones? What is that plant supposed to be? Francisca, can't you see that it's supposed to be a likeness of Ambassador Alba? Ugh. Miles Edgeworth. As a subordinate, you have a lot of nerve telling me what to think. I look forward to your next salary assessment next month. Dude, you can't do that to me! I'm the one that does that! Yeah! Jeez, man! Okay, well, deduce. Are we ready to deduce, though? I don't know. I think I am, because I haven't really picked up anything since I've been in here. I'm gonna talk to Larry first, probably. Larry Smith. Larry, there are a few things I need to ask you about. Hey, how about that? I got a few things I gotta ask you, too. Me first. It's like both you and him. How is it that the two of you always manage to have some cute or hot girl by your side? Ugh. And Franzi, what about that promise you made to me? Promise? What promise is that? Oh, God. The one where he said you would model for my next book. Oh. I'm sorry. Yeah, and I know. I made no such promise. Ever since grade school, we've had a certain saying about Larry. When something smells, it's usually the butts. You know, in the bathroom. Shit. Thank you. One needs to look no further than this man to find the king of troublemakers. I'm a troublemaker. As I recall, aren't you calling yourself Laurice Donim now? Oh, God. Forgot about that name. That's Donim! Laurice Donim! Get that straight in your head, Edgy. No! You get that straight in your butt! Now I remember. You're that rude, pale imitation of a real artist. No, you've got it all wrong. I gave up on that whole Laurice business. Besides, when Bangelina left me in my heart and Bangelina? Holy, where have you been? Did you go all the way to, Isle of Hags or something? Jeez. That's when Mindy walked into my life. Mindy?! She's been so good to me that I wanted to help her in some way. And I figured I could through the Steel Samurai outfit. Your inane blathering makes less and less sense each time we meet. I believe he's saying that he picked up this part-time job as the Steel Samurai so that he can impress girls, right? Oh. Okay, sure, I mean, that's fine. You got it! I knew you know what I meant, Edgy. Oh, really? Not so much as I understood. Didn't somebody say something earlier about her bones cracking or something? Oh, God! Oh my God, I can see it now. I'm not gonna say anything, we'll just wait till... Oh my God, if I'm right about that, holy God. Larry, I'd like you to confess right now to everything you did tonight. Everything! I'm gonna eat your finger! Hey, don't tell me you suspect me too! Nonsense. I don't believe you have the mental acuity needed to plan and execute a murder. However, we are talking about you here, so I find it hard to believe nothing happened. For past experience has taught me that you were always at the center of some insane event. Edgy! How can you be so mean, stabbing me with your words like that? Unfortunately, I don't have the time to search out a key to unlock your heart this time. So I suggest I point to my forehead, and you tell me what you know. Or else Mario here gets it. Just stop Francie from whipping me from behind. You know you like it. Okay, what did you do? I can't even begin to imagine, however. I imagine that whatever you were up to was probably beyond my imagination. So you will tell me what exactly you did, Larry Smith? Nope, not yet, Edgy. It'll take more than that to loosen my lips. Franziska? Thank you. A lot more! Confess. Now. 1, squeeze. Okay, well, I was up on the roof. And why exactly were you up there? Oh, you know, that wintry custom in the legendary hero. You were going down the chimney. Hero... Santa Claus! Oh my God. This is not the first time. He must have caught the fever. Oh, well, of course. Of course there was smoke coming out of the chimney. What, are we supposed to freeze our butts off? They don't have, you know, central heating around here. Well, I couldn't go down the chimney with smoke coming up, right? So I gave up. And then... Larry, you do realize that Santa Claus does not exist, right? Of course I know! I did graduate from junior high, you know? Then you should also understand this. If Santa was real, he would be the biggest unlawful trespasser in history. Oh, crud! It is your attempt to imitate Santa that has landed you as the prime suspect in this murder. Come on, man, what's so wrong with pretending to be Santa? Well, let's start with the fact that it will be the Ides of March in a matter of hours. I was gonna say, Santa only visits homes on December 24th. That's in December, you nitwit. Don't think about, don't scream about. Turn your head now, baby, just spit me out. Fine, whatever. Larry, about the samurai swords used in as a murder weapon. Oh, that. Well, I shook hands with the ambassador in this room, you know. Yes, apparently you did. Did you give him an autograph, too? Well, I totally forgot about it and left it behind when I left afterwards. Forgot about what? Wait a minute. Oh, no. You're talking about the sword. Wow. 5 in one sentence, man. That's almost a record here. You forgot to take something that big with you? Who would believe such a tale? Oh, I don't know. I'd believe it. Oh, Edgeworth following right up. Because if anyone could forget something like that, it would be Larry. Edgy, you believe me? I just knew that our friendship is something special. Oh my god. Anyway, even if Larry had simply forgotten the sword and left it behind, that in no way clears his name, which means that I will have to prove his innocence from a different angle. Oh, man. Well, I mean, is there anything I can present to him? Probably not. I still haven't really picked... Well, the sword. If that's gonna do any good, though. Hey, that's an official Steel Samurai weapon. Huh, what? You want me to do it? Then don't forget that what, future self? Oh, you have no idea how many fans ask that of me. Oh, he's got some trick that he does with it. You're not doing it with... Oh, no. Yeah, you just splattered blood all over the room. Good job. Alright. And then we have this. Let's see why you would know anything about this, but we'll try. Not a clue, you didn't even look at it? No. Because the only thing I can see right now is the form of my lovely Francie. Well, in that case, allow me to help you sear my form into you for all eternity. Whippica! Oh man, do we need another Larry whip counter? Jeez. He's already taken a massive beating here. I don't know how much more he can take. Now this is a trip I'm willing to endorse. Especially if we can finally get some peace here. Oh my god. It's ink, fake money, don't really... Okay, but we do have the sword now, so... Is there anybody else to talk to in here? Did we talk to Bad already? I think we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's see what else is there to look at here. Yeah, a desk of some sort back here. The person shaking hands with the Steel Samurai in this picture is Ambassador Alba. It was taken just before the murder. The Steel Samurai must be very popular. They're even using the National Treasure as a backdrop. I just don't understand. Top knot. Well, you know, clearly there is a depth to this show that a young person like you can't fathom. Speaking of young people, aren't young children the target audience of this show of costumed actors? Yeah. Alright. Photo with Steel Samurai. I need to blow my nose. Hang on. Alright, so we got the photo. That's something. Boop, boom, boop. It's a fireplace, and by the looks of it, I don't think it's been used recently. Huh. So which chimney was he going down, then? If it hasn't been used recently, it wouldn't make sense for there to be smoke coming from the chimney, am I right? Two gorgeous flowers are in full bloom here. They look sort of angry. They look like you'd use them against zombies. Sure, flowers as lovely as these must have an equally as lovely name. Yeah, hibiscus. Are you done staring? I can hardly think passion flowers are all that rare. Passion flowers? That's a rather unusual name. It was named by priests in the 15th century for the Passion of Christ. Wow. As they say, you learn something new every day. Wow. What does passion flowers have to do with anything? I mean, I'm happy to take them into my evidence because that's cool. This must be Ambassador Alba's desk. His notebook is open on his desk. He must have been in the middle of some important work. Sapling growth log. It finally sprouted today. Funny, doesn't look like important work to me. Oh well, too bad. Let's see, can we examine the flower on the wall here? Counting flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all. The butterfly and flower, they're both lovely things. But can we interpret this to mean that Alabast provides honey to Babal? Francisca, can you come up with a more meaningful or profound comment? Dude! Very well then, let's hear what sort of profound comment you can come up with, asshole! Oh well, flowers cannot survive without the butterflies that spread their pollen. And butterflies cannot live without the nectar that flowers provide. If either one were to disappear from the equation, neither would survive. How was that, Miss Von Karma? Oh. Your explanation made me so... burp. Why do you even try, Edgeworth? Seriously? Have I talked to you? I talked to you already. Yeah, I did. Okay, great. Alright, we got it. I didn't warn you. Is this a klook? Another klook? Back here. Oh, it's the plant again. Oh wow, so you can look at that from this screen or the other one. Wow, that's kind of cool. Miles Edgeworth, you butt. You're a butt. Alright. And then last but not least, I guess there's these down here. Well, sorry, I didn't really talk over that. I was just kind of reading. Well, okay, so what rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny? Well, I mean, they say, okay, well, the biggest contradiction I've seen so far is that there was blood on the swords. They were saying, well, oh, he was killed with a sword. But Edgeworth said something about him being bludgeoned over the head with something? I don't know how that fits. I mean, unless it was the statue, and nothing here really fits with that. The statue looks like it'd be way too heavy anyway. Of course, weren't they saying earlier something about moving this or stealing the statues? Like, it would have to be something you could just pick up. I don't know. Well, let's just look over our stuff again here. Cadobian paper. Oh, well, that's not gonna be. It's that 3-page thing. Well, statue's in the picture here. Is there something different about it, maybe? Except the flowers. It's facing to the left. It's facing to the left. You can see where that is in the room. That's... Is he facing to the left now? He's not, right? He's not. He's been moved. Oh. Okay, alright, give me a second here. Wait a minute, now no, it's not. I didn't pick the spot first. Here, back. Back out of that. Let's get over here to this. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Well, you better believe it. And I'm about to show you. Eureka! The condition of this here is related to this piece of evidence. It's funny how at first I wasn't sure about Eureka, and now it seems totally natural. Girl, are you blind? Woman, need to change out your contacts? Francisca, this is not like you at all. Don't tell me you don't understand the meaning behind this piece of shit. Well, I don't. I don't speak shit. I suppose I have no choice then. I'll just have to explain it to you from the beginning. What you should be doing from the very beginning is admitting your mistake. Oops, that was her. She saw right through me. Hang on. Was that not it? Wow, I thought I'd... Oh, man. I was pretty sure about that one. Well, man, okay. It's definitely facing the wrong... Maybe I present that later, or that comes up later or something? That has to be what it is. Maybe I need to get it updated in the evidence or something. Sometimes that happens. If you haven't updated something, maybe I need to present it. Because now that I have the picture, I suppose I could show it to Larry. Maybe he could tell me something about it. Let's just try it out. What do you know about this? Oh hey, it's the Steel Samurai. I want you to answer this for me, Larry, and depending on the answer, I may let you live. Oh my god. The Steel Samurai that was up there on that stage, was that really you? Yup, sure was. Larry! You! Steel Samurai Sushi Slice. I was moved by the performance of this man. The whole time. The whole time! This completely useless, worthless bum. I fear I may never recover from this. Except I think I might have forgotten to examine the statue here first. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. I could have sworn I already looked at it. Oh, I guess I did already look at it in the other room. My stupid ass. There's only one of these statues, meaning that one of the two is a replica. But both Alabast and Babal claim to have the real thing. What an incredibly childish fight to have. Oh, there we go. That might be why it wasn't working before. Because I'm pretty sure I had the right idea there, didn't I? It was clearly facing in a different direction. That's indisputable. I'm not crazy, right? I mean, let me look at that one more time. You can see the flower behind them, you can see the knives on the wall behind them. The statue is clearly facing a different way. The flowers are coming out in front of it. Well, I guess there's flowers on all four sides, but still, that's gotta be it. Look at this photo, and tell me what you find out about the scene, Miss Von Karma. Do you appear joy on the ambassador's face as he shakes that top-knot's hand? That's not it. I was trying to point out that the statue in the photo is facing a different way. You're right. This statue is a national treasure. As such, only an ambassador or a secretariat-level person is allowed to handle it. The fact that the statue is facing one way in this photo, and now it's facing a different direction in this preserved crime scene, is proof that someone touched this statue around the time of the crime. Ooh-wee. But why? Well, I can think of a few reasons. So wait, Von Karma, why are you standing over there? Oh, you're just following me still. Okay. Great, well, let's see. So then was this deduce supposed to be something different? Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. It must be, because it's definitely saying deduce there still. But what do we got? Well, first of all, we got the fact that there's 3 knives here. I'm surprised we're not looking at the knives. As in looking to see, like, if any of them are Bob Lee's, you know, from the other side. See, maybe somebody took a knife from the other side and brought it over here. Thought they should. Wait a minute. Oh, dude, okay, alright. I could have sworn I looked at these before, too. Let's see if the 2 pieces, the blade and handle, fit each other. Well, they should. They should, like, all 6 be able to fit in all of... Well... Because if you could use one side's blade on another side's handle... Yeah. But how? And why? Finkel and Einhorn, in it together. How? Why? Okay, is that the deduce thing then? Most likely. Well, no, it's not, because now we know that one of the handles is, or one of the knife, the whatever you call the other part of the knife, the blade. So one of the blades is missing here. That being the case, though. So those are just like blade covers then, so you really wouldn't know just by looking that there was something missing there. I'm not sure I can find a way to contradict that, though, because we saw it right over there. But there was also a knife missing from the shelf over there. Which is why I think, what if that knife somehow ended up over here? I thought maybe one of these would have been that knife, but apparently that's not the case, so... What do we got in here that we can even use? Because I ain't seeing much of anything here. Boop, boop. Well, let's look over it. Well, we got the proof of my profession, however, I prefer to keep it in my pocket. 2 countries share this building with borders. Touch the check button. We kind of looked at this already. Just used it, actually. It's a producer of ink, and these guys produce... Oh. Paper. Okay, I don't remember them saying that. Should have seen that sooner, though. We got Steel Samurai's autograph with a sketch of his face and weapon. Wait, let me see this again. Oh, Larry. Well, you know, that's not bad, I will say. To Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, you know what? When he gave me that autograph, I remember commenting, how did he know who I was? That's how he knew. Oh my gosh. I didn't even make that connection until just now. So Mr. Edgeworth, Steel Samurai, Daddy, named man. Well, you know, oh, I was about to just go through all of this, but I suddenly like this autograph thing now. Well, that's not gonna have anything. Oh, this is all like the other room stuff. But One thing is sort of standing out to me here. This might be another case of, like, upside-down bridge syndrome, but the spear doesn't exactly look like the actual spear that we're seeing in front of us right now. So, was that not the spear he was using, or is he just being generic or something? It's like people try to draw Yoshis all the time. They're not all gonna have the same nose or the same spikes or whatever. I mean, hell, just look at Roxanne. Still, though, the tip of that spear is way too weird. Way too suspicious for them not to... shoot, I didn't mean to click that. This is the second time I've done that. They even did, kind of draw attention to that, though, did they not? Like, to the spear earlier, Edgeworth was saying that doesn't look like any spear that I've ever seen. Point out the contradiction. Well, I mean, it's a contradiction if you're going to take things as literally as they apparently want us to here, I guess. Larry, about this spear. Oh, are you feeling it? BAM! I thought there was something strange about this spear. Tell me, Larry. Is it just me, or is the spear a bit bent? What? No way, it's exactly as it should be, yo! I have here the autograph you wrote for me earlier. Now take a good look at this, which you drew with your own hands. You can see that the spear is clearly of a different shape. Uh-oh. You got some explaining to do, buddy. I'm sorry, I suck at drawing. See, the thing is, he doesn't suck at drawing. That's not something he would admit. He's good. When I hold the spear in my hands, all of a sudden I feel super powerful. And then during practice, I was spinning it around and around. And bam! I hit the wall! What? This is an embassy! You can't be playing around like you're 6 years old. Ugh. One time on an overnight field trip, I bought a fake sword and played with it late that night. I'm just a useless, hot-blooded man. Larry, clarify for that for me, will you? Okay, so it was some field trip, and I began... No, he's not talking about your frickin' field trip, dude. Yeah. Oh, that. It's no biggie. It's not like I left a hole or anything, but tell me you didn't knock down the statue. Because if you say that, then that ruins my theory. It's not even that much of a theory, I'm supposing. Oh, why I'm asking, Larry. The samurai spear is made of metal. I somehow doubt that a move as simple as spinning it around would cause it to bend. Man, Ezra, you're so naive. What? Where did that come from? Well, you keep calling it the samurai spear. But it's not real. You can't really fight someone with it. Because it's hollow on the inside. You could hit it against practically anything and it would bend. Oh no. Don't tell me you thought it was real. Oh, well, don't take it the wrong way. I just think that part of your personality is cute. Don't. Just don't. I see. Your friendship truly is something special, Miles Edgeworth. You too. That's utter humiliation. Oh, edgy. Edgy poo. Oh, now we got the spear, too. Dang, dude. Pretty soon we're gonna have everything here. That about wraps up my investigation. Oh, well, there you go. It is everything. Oh, who's here? Oh, God. There's Larry's girlfriend. And yet another strange character comes out of the woodwork. Yeah, I know it. That's way too hot to be Oldbag, isn't it? Because that's, well, what I was thinking earlier was they said something about her bones, you know, that thing that I keep bringing up. Maybe I just imagined that, or I'm just thinking too much into it, though. Who would that be, though? I mean, Larry said it was like this girl he wanted to impress, so I don't know. But if it turns out that he was trying to impress a girl and he didn't know who it was, and then it turned out to be Oldbag, that would be hilarious. Yeah, alright, let's see. Oh god, it's coming. Ah! It is! It is her! No! This must be what they call fate. How do these people get all these jobs and end up in all these places? How could this happen 2 days in a row? What the? Aren't you Miss Oldbag? Why are you so surprised? Ah, so you're the one they got to play the Steel Samurai. It's too bad I didn't realize that until now. You are acquaintances with Larry? Well, yeah! We worked at the same company for a little while, you know? That's why it's okay, my edgy poo. You don't need to be jealous. I didn't say anything like that. I was in the next room, you know, trying to get in some beauty sleep. But it was so noisy there that I couldn't fall asleep, so I came over to complain. So imagine my shock when I saw my precious edgy poo waiting here for me. I mean, who could have imagined that you'd ever come to a show like this? I guess I misjudged you, edgy poo. Dude, I'm only here because of Kay. I'm not explaining all this right now. I thought he was trying to avoid me, you know? This voice is like, I can't get it quite right, but it's like I'm trying to perfect it as I'm doing it, and it's like, oh. There is no way she's that hot. But it looks like the winds have shifted and he's willing to be chased after. It's simply overwhelming. Don't you worry, Edgy Poo. I'd chase you forever, to the ends of the earth. Oh, man. Ends of the earth. Isn't that just peachy? Francisca, can you please pretend to be my girlfriend for a few minutes here? Ah, yeah, I guess so. Oh, boy. Yeah, of course she would have to use a sword like that, some Vienna sausage. You're playing the Pink Princess, why? Why would you do this? Did you actually become a fan of the show when you were out there working on the security gate? I thought you were working at Gatewater Land as the Pink Badger. What are you talking about? That was ages ago. Look at my knockers, man. That was ridiculous, man. Look, I worked at Global Studios before, a long time ago, right? Well, they called me up this morning, kind of out of the blue, actually. They called you? Apparently, the girl who plays the Pink Princess collapsed from a bad cold. It happened so suddenly, so they called me in to be her last-minute replacement. By the way, I need a hip replacement. Do they not have enough people on staff at that studio? I really couldn't say no, so here I am playing the role of the heroine. Instead of that Mindy girl, I mean. Mindy? Oh, okay, so it was kind of like... Oh, but the poor girl, I feel bad for her. Because they let me stand in for her, she's gonna have a terrible time. I mean, I'm not exactly great at reading the strange font, but it's in the very last seconds I took through that ragdoll, said that she read and hit the shield and the audience was an uproar, the guard actress has had they really busted simpletons. You're a rather lively old lady. Oh my god. Did I say oh my god too much? So basically, you received the stand-in request this morning, correct? You got it. If you need to see it, I got it right here. Look. It appears she's telling the truth. Yeah. I was about to say for a change, but no, she's been pretty good over the years. I like Oldbag. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people hate her. Maybe it's because I'm old myself or something. Well, I'm not that old, but you know. I tell you, my fine acting moved the entire audience to tears. Yes, tears of laughter, as I recall. But being famous has its problems too, you know. Here, take a look at this. It's a letter from a stalker. Oh. I was just taking my break when I found this stuck under the door to my room. Wendy, I'll be descending on you from above tonight. Oh, dude. This is your chance, man. Honestly, you really have to watch out for these kinds of things. Look at what it says. Wendy, I'll be descending on you from above tonight. Your loving night. Oh, if only he knew. How did he know her name was Wendy? How absolutely revolting! I mean, you'd think he could get my name right. There's no accent in my name. Wait, this horrible handwriting. Where have I seen this before? Oh, no! Larry didn't write that letter. I know he didn't. I know he didn't. Where do I factor into this? You'd bust that evil stalker man for my sake, wouldn't you, Edgy Poo? Won't you allow me the liberty to handle this in my own way? I'll gladly dispatch a detective to your house later. Oh, come on, Edgy Poo, don't stop being so dismissive and playing hard to get. Why? Let me look at that again. Hang on a second. Let me see Larry's... Okay. It's Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, God, that is the same handwriting. But why? Like, I was just wondering, like, how the person knew her name. Well, Larry would have known her name, right? Did he write the note for somebody else? Or is it possible that Larry wasn't the one who actually wrote the autograph? Or is he addressing a different Wendy? Wait a second, wait a second. He didn't write the letter. It does say Mindy. That's why she said the thing about the accent. She was referring to the little tilde over the E. She thought that was an accent. No, it says Mindy. She thinks the letter's for her. Okay, well, never mind then. Okay, I can see this now. Yeah, so Larry did write that. Alright. Okay, well, thank God we got that cleared up. So what was this again? No, that's the letter. Well, then what is this? Oh, this was the request. Okay, alright. Yeah, the request for her to stand in. Okay, so time of the murder. What do we got going on here? What were you doing at the time of the crime? What crime? What? After the show was over, the festival fireworks show, I had nothing but free time on my hands. So I used the fireplace in the room next door to keep my bad hip warm. Oh. Do need a hip replacement, but wait. And Larry was trying to go down a chimney that was smoking, so if he had succeeded, he would have ended up in the room with her, and God knows what would have happened then. Well, that's the room that Mindy was supposed to be in, though, right? Maybe he didn't know that she'd been replaced, and he was planning to support. Okay, well, that makes sense now. We'll have to put those two pieces of logic together, because I'm sure they're not just gonna... Well, a murder occurred in the room right next to yours. Is that right? Oh, Edgy Poo, I'm so scared. Hold me, caress me. Please don't. Oh. If you could please not cling on to my personage. Oh my god. In any case, I take it then that you failed to show up at Ambassador Alba's speech. Oh, that. No, I didn't go. I mean, I may have the heart of a young tender maiden, but my body just refuses to cooperate at times. As soon as the show ended, my hip started acting up. I got stiff. I couldn't move at all. Can you provide proof of your condition? Oh, you just go on ahead and ask the doctors in the infirmary. They're the ones who carried me from the theater all the way to this embassy. Wow. Yeah, don't say that out loud, Edgeworth, please. You're right, you're towing the line with her as it is. Or walking the line, should I say. Prosecutor Von Karma, I brought the police dog. Oh, Doggy? Is he back? Is it Missile? This dog. I requested the assistance of a dog in our search for the Yadigarasi. Looks like you guys have some pretty bright dogs in this country, too. Woof woof. It's Missile. It's totally Missile. Hey, you're a real cutie, aren't you? Yeah, that's a good boy. Oh my god, he totally likes dogs, doesn't he? That's the police dog Gumshoe's been taking care of. I think its name is Missile. Yeah! What a fitting name for a police dog that dashes out in front and attacks. Yeah, that's kind of what missiles do. Yeah. Now, Missile, I want you to go find some clues. Go! Woof! Here he goes. Straight to the fireplace. Wow. Oh wait, did he bring back something? Dude, I'm bright. What are you? He brought back a hot dog. A hot dog with something emblazoned on the bun. It's like those hamburgers you get at that place at MomoCon. What's it called again? Phi Burger or something? Wait, Francisca, isn't that an official samurai dog? Grrrg! Oh no, bad Missile! What'd he do? He ate it. I wonder if it's alright for him to eat that. It's just a meat substance snack featuring the Steel Samurai. I'm sure he'll be fine. I'd be more concerned about the tomatoes. It's quite a bit of information you gather there in a single quick glance. I should really be focusing on why there was a samurai dog there in the first place. In the fireplace. Okay, well, alright. My first thought is maybe Larry dropped it, but that's not the chimney he was trying to go down, so... That snack wasn't all Missile found. What do we have here? It appears to be a lady's undershirt. I wonder if Ambassador Alba might have an interest in cross-dressing. I somehow doubt that. Doesn't look like the shirt would even fit him. A samurai dog and a lady's undershirt. Ugh. What are these two items doing in a room like this? Given the circumstances, the lady's undershirt could only belong to one person. I suppose I should get this over with and ask the owner of said undershirt about it. Huh. Well... It's a lady's undershirt. I'm more inclined to think Larry was wearing it, but... Or at least that he had it on him, but why, though? Did he just not have anything else to wear? Well, let's see, first of all. We need to find out about this. I'm jumping to too many conclusions again here, and I mean, I've been getting pretty lucky with some of them, but... You gotta be careful not to get too far ahead of yourself, because then you forget what to erase from your memory as, like, a non-truth. Oh, Edgy Poo, what is the meaning of this? I'm not giving this to you as a present, I'm asking you about it. Oh, it was your... Okay, it was hers. All you had to do was ask, and I would have gladly given you as many as you'd like. Oh, thanks, but no thanks. This shirt was found here at the crime scene. What? Oh my god, look at her face. Come now, and why don't you just confess and explain what it's doing here? I know nothing, I tell you! What? What are you, Zelda 2 character now? Oh, I admit I used the fireplace to dry that shirt. But I can't really help the fact that I had to, you know? Wearing that pink princess costume was like being in a sauna. Oh dear. And on top of that, I get fingered as a... Oh, you got to be quiet, please. Oh my god. Are you claiming that you never once set foot inside this room? Of course I am! If I'd been the one to find the body, do you think I'd be as calm and relaxed as I am? I tell you, it's always like this. It's always mine. Tabloid articles missing, the cameras missing, shot lawyer, they're missing, speaking of business. My husband, can you believe we got married? He said, I think I'm stuck marrying you. What kind of proposal is that? What he should have done is I deserve you. I don't know. Will you marry me? Honestly, man, these days. Oh. Okay. Alright, well, that doesn't explain at all how it ended up over here. I don't know. I assume the samurai dog was also yours. Oh, that brilliant mind of yours. You really can't see through everything about me. No, tell me it wasn't. So the feeling of dread continues. Samurai dog. Is that out in the talk menu? Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's find out about this. We're gonna be getting pretty high on time here. That samurai dog was yours, wasn't it? Oh, of course. I'm forever yours, my edgy... No! Oh my god, get your ears cleaned out. If you could just stick to what I asked you. Edgy, are you a Miss Oldbag? No! You really don't change, do you? When will you learn how to take a joke? Anyway, that samurai dog wasn't mine. It wasn't yours. Huh. Studio bigwigs basically told us to play delivery boys. We were supposed to hand the dogs off to the embassy people and tell them hi. I had to pile them all into the pushcart just to move them all. These studio guys should have delivered those things by themselves, right, Edgy? So did you deliver the samurai dogs to the embassy staff as per your instructions? Hey, Edgy, don't just ignore me in my question. Aren't you going to stick up for me? No, I need to know the truth. I don't care about your questions. You can pop quiz me in the car on the way to jail. That's what it comes to. Alright, so about that. After the show, I went to rest a spell in the dressing room. Because of my bad hip, you know? And there they were, the samurai dogs were just sitting on the dressing room floor. Suppose you had to make preparations for distributing them after the show. Well, if by preparation you mean sampling them as well. Oh, I don't even want to know. Oh, I tried one and thought they were actually quite good. I'm sure. Sorry, but I just had to find out. I know it was silly of me to think this, but I figured that since they're for a kids' show, their taste is probably for kids too. Jeez. This train has officially derailed about 3 miles ago, and all it is a crash at this point. Before I went back to my room, I just had to help myself to half a dozen or so. As I sat there by the roaring fire, warming them and eating them, I thought, oh, this is Your fugitive is John Kimball, ladies and gentlemen. What is it now? Oh, I know. I bet you want a box too, don't you, my edgy poo? I don't want any boxes of any sort. You know, and the fact that I'm seeing heart-shaped pieces all over this... Never mind. Well, who am I to say no to you? But I'll only give you one. The rest are all for me. Samurai dogs forced onto me. Yeah, I'll quickly be disposing of these in the toilet. The nearest toilet.
The toilet.
Looks like the lesson for today is that when the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess take off their masks, they transform into a pair of annoying troublemakers. Wow. Okay. Man, okay, so there's that. Ooh, we talked to Missile? Yeah, we talked to Missile. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Orf, Orf. He was a much bigger help than I thought he would be. Yes, however, there are a few aspects I don't understand about what he found. In that case, you should keep on investigating until you do understand. Now, my subordinate, continue with the investigation. Alright, I will. It is with great dread that I proceed and do what I must to solve the case. Don't worry, Edgeworth, you'll get something here. Man, there's so many people in here now. Well, let's look at the logic thing. I don't think we've done that yet today. Oh, here we go, because we were going to do this. Smoke from chimney. Smoke was pouring out of the chimney when Larry thought to climb down it. At the time of the crime, Miss Oldbag was warming her hip in the room next door. Okay. Yeah, and that was the point at which it made sense, because he was actually going to see Mindy. Alright. But where it gets weird... There's no trace of this room's fireplace being used. Your point is... Smoke was supposedly pouring out of the chimney connected to this fireplace. Well, yeah, that is a problem, isn't it? That's why I think it must have been a different chimney that he was climbing down, like the one next door. You're sure he wasn't just disoriented or something up on the roof? Up on the roof. There's testimony from an investigator that puts Larry at this particular chimney. So no, I don't think it was a mistaken impression on Larry's part. On the other hand, the fireplace in the next room was being used at the time. Where do you suppose that gets us? Yeah. That is what I'm saying. So basically the fireplaces of neighboring rooms, and the guy who saw him must have just got confused. Oh, wait. Oh, that's true. I didn't even think about that. I've never seen anything like that. I can see how they would build something like that, but that's pretty weird. Well, it's a good thing he didn't try to go down the chimney. He probably would have gotten one leg stuck going one way and one the other way, with his balls repeatedly slapping against the brick in between. Unless his armor protected him. The undershirt was found in the office fireplace. But how did it get there? Well... Okay, if they share the same chimney, that could explain how the samurai doll got there if Larry dropped it and it just went down our side. But that doesn't even begin to explain why the undershirt got over here. Because unless she threw it up the chimney and it came down the other side, I don't see how that... Let me see. Let me just try it. I mean... Since I'm just sitting here staring at the screen. The lady's undershirt that Missile found. Oh god, no, I'm not trying to say anything there. Why are you getting all excited over holding onto a lady's undergarment? Miles Edgeworth, you uncouth sea slug! Dude! If you know the owner of said undershirt, then hurry up and return it to her already. You have it all wrong, this is evidence! And the owner of this piece of evidence was in the room next door, you dummy! And yet, despite that, Missile found it in the fireplace of this room. This lady's undershirt. Are you seriously claiming that it somehow passed through a solid brick wall? Not quite. The fireplace in this room is connected to a chimney. The other fireplace in the other room is also connected to the same chimney. leading us to the possibility that the two fireplaces are connected to each other. Oh, well, okay. I mean, that could be true too, actually. I just assumed for some reason that they were shaped like a letter Y, you know? And they met up at some point in the middle of the building. There's an X on the back wall of the fireplace. Maybe if you click it, the window will close. Oh, man! The wall separating this room's fireplace from the next room's fireplace apparently turns. As I suspected, this fireplace does indeed connect this room to the neighboring room. Well, there you go. There appears to be nothing particular about the next room, other than the smell. But the fact that there is nothing special about the next room isn't what's important. It's the fact that there is a secret passageway. Exactly, I know. Somebody could have come through there. That's cool. I like that, man. I like little things like that. We now know that the fireplace connects the two rooms. But how exactly is that significant? Oh, well, I don't know yet, but it is, isn't it? You aren't going to suddenly name the old lady as Damascus Killer now, are you? Nah, she couldn't move at all because of her stiff hip. So she could not have been the one. Unfortunately, I believe that this fireplace has nothing whatsoever to do with Damascus 2's murder. Okay, but are we sure? Are we certain that nobody else could have come through her room while she was asleep? Because did they not say... Wait, where did I hear that just now? I heard something about somebody, like, sleeping through anything. That might be something I read on Reddit, though. I know, it's like when I forget where I've read what. It would appear that the answer has made itself known. You're making quite a confident face there, Mr. Prosecutor. You know I am, because I just finished an investigation, sir. So next time, on Edgeworth Investigations, I guess we'll do the inquisiting part, you know, where we inquisit people and see how inquisitive we can get. Till then, see you guys later. Goodbye.